So I won't waste any time and I'll start off by saying Walkabout Mini Golf for PSVR2 is one of the cheapest and actually one of the best experiences that the console currently has to offer. It exceeded my expectations in every way, offering both single player and online multiplayer. Priced in the UK at $11.99 and in the US at $14.99, you really can't go wrong at this cheap price point. Looking into the gameplay, when you first boot up the game, you load up in a small area where you can choose a driving range, practice holes, or just jump into one of the many courses available. In this game there are 8 different 18-hole courses to pick from, and then there's also DLC on top of that so you can choose more unique courses like the Lost City of Atlantis. In the base game there are variations of the different courses available, but they're generally the typical fun, quirky mini golf courses that you'll normally see in your local shopping centre. The physics in this game are exceptional. I felt like the ball had the correct movement and bounce and weight to it, and the putt had the right padding when hitting the ball. The courses start off generally pretty easy, and have an increased level of difficulty as you go through the courses to get to the 18th hole. If you take a look at the back of your right hand, you can see your current strokes and score to keep an eye on what you're doing. You do have the option of smooth turning or teleportation to get around the map. I tested out both options and they're both pretty good. Neither feels superior to the other. Now let's talk about the online functionality. Walkabout Mini Golf has crossplay on all VR platforms, so you can play with your friends if they own it on a different piece of hardware. My multiplayer experience on Walkabout Mini Golf was far superior to the single player experience. Now here's one reason why. When playing online, I bumped into a guy named Steven. Really nice guy from the United States, and he was giving me all hints and tips on how to get the best out of each course and how to try and get a birdie or a hole in one.
They come right along this bend here,
Right.
and into this.
Okay. What's really useful is you can see the other player's avatar moving around the map, including their golf putter, so they can point out different things on the course to help you. This is extremely helpful when trying to find the hidden balls on the course. When playing online with Steven, we both had our microphones enabled. You can mute it if you want to, but we chose to have them enabled, and we shared a good joke and talked through the entire 18 course. I almost didn't want to stop playing.
Hit your ball around, and it's gonna circle and go up this, and you land here.
When playing online with Steven, we shared a joke or two about the weather, and we made references to how this particular map looks like Arizona, where he's from in the USA.
America.
Nice. Which state?
Arizona.
Ah.
Looks just like this, how we
I was gonna say, right?
Altogether, it was a fun social experience, very similar to the real-life mini golf.
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
When you're not ready to jump into a course, there's a driving range where you can smash balls and try and hit them in targets. I found myself progressively getting better at the game using the driving range. Or, if you can't be bothered with that, there's a practice green where you can just take turns smashing the ball and trying your best. There's either a rather interesting feature where you can put the golf putter into the air and start flying just to have a look around the map. One cool thing to mention is that there are hidden collectibles in every single hole in this game. They come in the form of hidden golf balls, and every time you collect one of them, they'll appear on the splash screen when you first boot up the game, so you can see your accomplishment. One great feature to accommodate the gameplay is sometimes in real life in mini golf, you get yourself stuck in the corner, and awkward situations where you can't move the golf putter. This game solves that by giving you an invisible putter when you get to a rock or a piece of obstacle in the way, so you can still take your shot. This is extremely useful and tackles awkward mini golf situations. The game still includes classic mini golf situations where you'd need to get your ball into a hole to then go down into a secret hidden area. The game also takes it a step further and includes lots of moving objects, something that wouldn't be able to be achieved in real life mini golf. Moving on to talking about graphics now, clearly this game is not supposed to have a realistic look to it. It's cartoonish, fun and sleek. The graphics are all rendered in high definition, which is easy to achieve for the PS5 and PSVR2 because everything is low poly. However, the fact that this game had cartoony visuals didn't put off to the actual experience. You still get shadows rendered, and the game overall has a nice charm to it. It really suits this style of mini golf type of game. Just by taking a look around here, you can see the level of detail the developers have clearly put into the game. One thing that really surprised me is you can actually teleport out of bounds, away from the current hole you're on, into a different hole and around the area, and just take a look around the map, anywhere you are in the middle of a golf game. There's no time limit on your swing, so feel free to look around. Overall, Walkabout Mini Golf is an excellent game. I would highly recommend it for any owners of the PlayStation VR2 headset or any other VR headsets it's available on. It's a cheap price point and something that must be experienced. The only detractor in my opinion for this game to stop it getting a perfect 10 would simply be the fact that the game doesn't have any options to toggle different levels of gravity. So let's say for example you're playing on the moon or a mission in space, then your ball just acts like you're back on Earth. It doesn't actually feel realistic or in any sense the right way it should do. I echo the same complaint for the Atlantis level where you play underwater. The game just feels like another above the ground mission. It doesn't really feel like you're underwater except for the aesthetics you're looking around it. Nevertheless, I scored this game a 9 out of 10. Go and buy it now.